Alrighty, so we are going to read another poem to start off our day from our book, I Am Becoming by Propaganda. And this poem today is titled, I Still Don't See It. Okay, I still don't see it. What this poem is talking about is about how our world tells us what we should be, right? So it tells us we should have this kind of makeup, we should have these kinds of clothes, we should have this kind of body, our family should do this, we should believe this. And it tells us things that we should do, right? Or things that are cool or popular. So this poem is called I Still Don't See It. And what it's talking about is being yourself and not seeing why what the world says to be is better than who you are, right? So why not accepting the way you look or the way that you believe or the way that you feel and saying, I still don't see it. I don't see why everyone thinks I should be this way when I am this way. Okay, so it's called I Still Don't See It. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and switch cameras here so that we can enjoy the photography as well. There we go. All right, remember this is called I Still Don't See It. So this is actually a photograph of a very famous structure inside of California that's been featured on a lot of videos, a lot of movies, but it's just kind of like a runway for water that's overflowing. And then you can see there's bridges going over it. So this is just part of the structure of travel in California. Okay. All right, it's called I Still Don't See It. It took us so long to get here, and here really isn't that special. Was it all worth it? Was it all you hoped and wished for? I remember the daydreams of a preteen boy on Grandma's porch, a motley crew of ashy-kneed colored boys yelling, "That's my car!" when nice ones rolled by, bathing in the summer afternoon sunset. Hands flat on the concrete, eyes staring into the sky as to drown out the smog and drug transactions we were obviously surrounded by. One day I'm going to make it. But what is it? Objects, things, all to realize that calm really ain't calm. And the struggle is much more enjoyable when the end ain't clutched. Like the moment you realize you're consumed with first world problems. I guess that means you made it. Face it, it's eerie how uncomfortable it is when we get too comfortable. It's kind of like the notion that if you accept this, then your soul's okay. And you're searching for new mountains to climb as if you conquered the first one. You ain't done. You're just comfy. Is this what we've all been working towards? The journey to just being okay? I hope you don't mistake it for peace. It feels like your tenacity has been moved to the suburbs and perfect lawns and neatly aligned trees and safe parks. Identical strip malls on every corner of your mind can feel a little claustrophobic. And it's there that you realize there is no there, because this kind of perfect just ain't working. Don't you dare close them curtains, it ain't nighttime. And you don't need another object, and that is not beauty. It's eerie how uncomfortable it is when we get too comfortable. And when they're done closing all the curtains to convince you that it's nighttime, don't believe them. Don't believe them. And when they tell you it's a must-have and you can't live without it, listen, you don't need it. You don't need it. And when they tell you, sweetie, this is the only thing that is beautiful, tell them, I don't see it. Right. Any thoughts or reactions to that? Connections, anything you'd like to say? Yes, Steve.
I only heard like the last two sentences of the poem because my internet was super bad.
I'm sorry. It is recorded, so you'll be able to watch it. I think that's a powerful line there at the end that says, when they tell you what it is, don't believe them, right? So a lot of that was about like having to have the next biggest thing, the next newest Xbox, the newest shoes, the newest anything. And when they say, you need this, you need this, you need this, he's saying, don't believe him. Because when we were little kids in the neighborhood, we didn't need it and we were just fine. So he's connecting back to what really matters. All right. Any other thoughts, connections, or feelings before we take our tour? All right. So we're going to test this. What we're getting ready to do is we are going to take a tour of the school building because we have been decorating and working on projects for Black History Month. And also, I wanted to show you some examples of posters that have been turned in so that you can get ideas for the poster that you might want to create for our Black History Month poster contest, okay? Remember, there is one winner from each grade level. So one first grade, one second grade, one third grade, one fourth grade, one fifth grade, and one sixth grade winner. So you have the opportunity to win those prizes and then you'd be able to come collect them, okay? All right, so I got a mask up. We're gonna walk around the school and then we're gonna test something. So let's see here. I've got to make me a co-host. Yes, okay. And then unmute and mute. Okay, can you guys hear me? Yay.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So we are going to go take a tour of the school. By the way, here's what your classroom looks like from outside. All right, so we're gonna walk down the third grade hallway. There's some of your classmates.
Can't see anything.
Make our way to our main hall and our cafeteria where most of our decorations are. More classmates. Here we go. Oh, and look, we've got some cool decorations that have been added too since you've been here for our STEM exhibit tour. All right, can I hear you? I can. There you go. Now I can hear you. Okay, I had myself muted. I'm so sorry. All right, so here we go. Coming down our main hallway. So this is our main hallway. You can see we have some banners and Black History Month colors here. And then here's an example of a poster that's been turned in already. So again, remember, you're gonna create it digitally. And then Mr. Kemper has a poster maker and he can kind of like make it larger and print it out and then we'll hang these up. So there's one that's been turned in. There's Miss Kadowitz. Hi. And Miss Constantine. It is a walkthrough. Seeing all of our awesome decorations that we've put up. I'll leave it here so you can see. Okay, we're coming down. And then last year, if you were at Indian Creek, you might remember contributing to the mural that we did of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And we have that hanging up now. So I can show you that. Okay, so there's how that looks. It is pretty awesome. So last year, these were all individual panels and we painted these kind of like a paint by number type thing. And then when they were all put together and composed, this is how it turned out. So you see here too, it shows Dr. King mural. Let's see there. In February of 2020, the students of Indian Creek worked together to paint a mural of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The mural stands as a reminder of what Dr. King believed in and dreamed of. So this year, we actually have another mural that we're going to be creating, and this one's going to be 3D. It's super awesome. So maybe one day I can sign us up for a time to work on it, and then I could put some stuff together for you while you see it. You're fun. But this year, we're going to do a 3D mural, and what we're actually going to do is take the profile of a woman, and we're going to make her hair three-dimensional. So it's going to look like natural hair that's popping out, and it's going to have phrases and words about Black History Month. The design is super cool. I can't wait to show you guys. So then this is right here. All right. This is the winner of the 2020 Black History Month mural, so last year. So the winner gets a huge mural. It's going to be made very, very, very large, and then that gets to hang up in the hallways of the school as well, okay? There's a little title placard here, and it says 2020 Black History Month mural. First grade students in Mrs. Griffith's class learned about the artist, author, and educator Faith Ringgold during Black History Month. They explored how she used narrative quilts in her children's book, Tar Beach. Students designed their own narrative quilt square to create a class quilt. So this is actually a whole class's efforts here. And each one of those squares is a quilt square that was created by someone in the class, okay, to represent what they were studying. So that's pretty cool. So this was a team effort. You guys could team up super, super, super easily because you have your work digitally this year. So you could just share things with each other on Google, okay? Here is the next thing that I wanted to share with you. So this is a mural that we put together this year. This is a brand new installment, and I'll get a little bit closer. So what this is a celebration of our students. These are all students in our building, and there's even Miss Williams and their hairstyles. So these are all of the braids, the natural hair, the beading that's been added in of students in our building and their hairstyles. So this was super cool. This was a great idea by Miss Constantine, and we just got this hung up, I think, 2 days ago. So this is brand new, showing Indian Creek's hairstyles. Okay. So there's some of the decorations. And then when we start getting posters, we're going to be hanging these up on the walls of the cafeteria, okay? So your posters will be able to be seen by everyone that is here, and I'd be happy to take tours down when you get those turned in, okay? So you will want to make sure that you are able to participate, one, because we as a whole class are going to be contributing to our exhibit, but also you'll want to create your Black History Month posters to help decorate our school and celebrate this great time, okay? So remember, your posters can be created on Google, on Seesaw. They could be created on your Jamboards, and as long as you share it with me and turn it in, I'm going to be able to get it turned in for you, okay? Look, more sixth grade friends. Hello. Hi. Say hi to your third grade friends. Very nice. Hello. All right. Hi. All right. Now we're heading back to our class. And then I will switch over to the computer so that I can hear you a little bit better. And we'll get started. Pretty cool stuff, huh? Hello. Hello. Oh, thank you. They got to see it, right? What's up? All right. There we go. And now we are back. Okay. All right. So, oop, hold on. I got to mute me here. There we go. Alrighty, and then I am going to leave here. Goodbye. And be with you here. Lovely. Okay. Any questions about what you're going to be doing or anything you saw, anything you want to know? William.
I created one last year, except nobody really got to saw it because of COVID.
I know.
Literally. And can we make one in real life and just like send it there?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you create it digitally and then you send it in, Mr. Kemper gets to print it out. We're not doing paper this year because of COVID. So if you make one at home, you can take a picture of it and then upload that. If you want to do hand-drawn art, then we can put that up. But we're not accepting paper just because of COVID this year. Okay, but you can totally make something and take a picture of it and turn that in. Okay, Christopher.
how do you get like into doing the contest?
So the way you would get in the contest is just by turning something in. So if you want to turn it in on Seesaw, I can see that right there and just email that to Mr. Kemper. If you want to create it on something else like Google Slides or Google Jamboard, all you have to do is click that share button. And remember how you type my name to send it to me? And then I will forward that to Mr. Kemper. You just got to turn something in and then you participated.
Miss Sousa, what's the prizes?
I don't know what the prizes are, but I can ask Mr. Kemper. I'll let you know when I know. Okay. Motto.
How do you
How do you what?
I already went there.
How do you win?
I already went there.
Oh, you've won in the past?
I already went there, but I was doing the test.
Gotcha. Yes, we have done this for a couple years. So this year we're just doing the format. Instead of doing it on paper, we're doing it digitally. Yep. Okay. Justin.
Oh, does that have to be like a poster of like the things that they tell us to do, or like can we do a poster or anything?
Awesome. So let me pull up the rules, and then I have also sent these rules to your family so that your family has these on their parent square, but I can share it with you guys too. I should have done that. All right, so here we go. This is the Black History Month poster contest. Okay. It's due on Friday, March 5th, and there is one winner per grade level. There you go, William. The prize is Indian Creek Spirit Wear. Okay. It says all Indian Creek students are encouraged to participate in our Black History Month poster contest. Students are asked to create a mural of images representing Black history, culture, and excellence. So really, Justin, it could be about anything that's related to Black history. Okay. One of the things that we're asking is that you create a mural. And what that means is, like the examples that you saw, it is completely colored from edge to edge. There's not a lot of white space and blank space. The whole thing just has awesome color all over it. Okay. And here should be included in the poster. I'll zoom down here so you can read. Your poster should have your name and your grade. That way we know who created it and what grade they are. Should be a full page of color. So we want coloring to be on the whole edge to edge. And then you can include images or drawings or photos celebrating Black history and culture. Okay, so you can use Google Images, you can draw some items, you can take photos at your house of things to include. And it says you should include items like food, music, people, symbols, celebrations, clothing, and sports. And then anything else that you can think of too. So in the past, it's been about one person. This time we're asking it to be about all of Black culture in general. You don't have to focus on just one person. Okay? Does that answer your question, or do you still have more?
That answered my question.
All right, there you go. Yes, and Q.
I don't know what I'm going to make my picture out of. It's still thinking, but I don't really know yet.
Thank you. I need you to talk a little bit louder, kiddo. I couldn't hear you.
I don't know what I'm going to do with my poster just yet.
But you're planning, and that's awesome. So it says they're due March 5th. So I'll share the screen so you can see the calendar here. We are on February 12th, so you still have 1, 2, 3 weeks until they're due. They're due 3 Fridays from now, so you've got plenty of time to plan and make something awesome. I can't wait to see it. Yes, Leah.
What do we build our poster on?
So you can build your poster any way digitally that can be turned into me, okay? So if you want to make it on Seesaw and turn that in, I can email that to Mr. Kemper. If you want to make it on a Google Slides presentation or a Jamboard, you can share that with me and I'll email it to Mr. Kemper. If you want to make it at home and take a picture of it, you can email the picture to me and I can get that to Mr. Kemper, okay? So you can really create it any way that can be sent to me, but you have to send it to me, okay? If you make this super awesome thing and it just sits on your computer, there's no way for me to know that. So always make sure that you share it with me or turn it into me some way, okay? All righty, what more? Anything more? Okay. Awesome. So poster contest is going on right now. And you can enter all the way through Friday, March 5th. Okay, Friday, March 5th.
What's today?
Today is February 12th. Friday, February 12th. So 3 weeks. You got 3 weeks.